Good morning, partners. Thank you for joining us for our Season of Cheer Coffee Chat today. We're super excited. We have a great program for you today. And with that, if you come online and you are off mute, please mute yourself unless you're speaking. And I am going to pass it over to our Chief Social Impact Officer, Kelly Goodyjohn, to kick us off today.
Thanks, Anthony. Hi, partners. It is so good to see all of your faces and to be together with all of you. What a great way to kick off a Monday. And we're talking about Season of Cheer. And so that's exciting. I have to share, I got to preview Christmas Blend last week with my team, and it's delicious. So cheers as we enter Season of Cheer. So this is going to be a great call. I'm just going to take a few minutes to welcome all of you and just call out a few things that I'm seeing that are really exciting and important. One, big props to us all having a new community tee. I wore it last week as I was volunteering with the team at an event here in Seattle, and it was just wonderful to see all of us in our new community tee. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, I know we'll talk about that more later today. As we're approaching the end of October, it's National First Responder Day. And so if I could just encourage all of you as coffee house leaders and otherwise to engage with law enforcement and first responder. What a great way to drive connection and be part of that community that our coffee houses sit within. That could be as simple as a traveler. That could be as simple as hosting those organizations in our coffee house and gathering community together. So thank you for all that you are doing. Really proud to call you partner, and I've been loving seeing all the ways that you're engaging in your community to make Starbucks a community coffee house. So thanks, partners.
Thanks so much, Kelly. And we are going to pass it over to Sarah Chavez, who's going to lead us in our coffee tasting.
Hi, good morning, partners. I'm joining you here today from the community room in Whittier. Got a delicious cup of Sumatra that we're going to be tasting this morning. I chose Sumatra because of its bold flavors, its strength. We're coming off of our big breast cancer event this weekend where we got to see almost 15,000 people support, walk with, join survivors in bringing awareness to breast cancer and raising money. So I got a delicious cup of strong Sumatra for all the strong women out there that are battling and supporting right now. So if you've got your coffee with you, let's take a delicious little smell. Yummy, gotta love Sumatra. And a little sip of this wonderful coffee. I've been in my role for 20 years now, and community has been such a big part of that. Allows me to get out, help other people, bring community to the partners in our store. And happy to be here to join you guys today on this call.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for kicking us off with that coffee tasting. It was super fun to be able to be out with you at Breast Cancer Walk this past weekend and see all the partners engaging in the community in and around Commerce and East LA. And with that, I'm going to go on to, of course, we always got to start off every community champion coffee chat with a little bit of celebration. And so I really want to take the time to celebrate our community champion award winners for Q3 and FY23 in FY25. If you know any of these partners, make sure you reach out to them. Tell them how much they inspire you and what they have meant to you along your community champion journey, and really just let them know that what they do makes a difference and they inspire other partners to engage. All the regions are represented here. Again, Community Champion Award recognizes partners taking action who consistently go above and beyond and create impact in their local community. The Q4 round just closed, so we'll be doing our selections for Q4, and then we'll be ready to celebrate our next group of winners at our next coffee chat. So again, congratulations to all the Community Champion Award winners. Honestly, you inspire us more than you can ever imagine. And with that, I'm going to move on to, oh, second. Season of cheer. So really this holiday, we are really reinforcing the Back to Starbucks message that we are the community coffee house. And during season of cheer, we'll come together to make good things happen in and out of our coffee houses. Here you can see our 3 pillars. The first one, nourish. So nourish together by sharing opportunities to alleviate hunger in our coffee houses and communities. Number 2 is connect by strengthening community relationships and celebrate the impact of partners doing good. And then the third, take action by supporting organizations making a meaningful impact in our communities. And so on this next slide, we'll go a little bit deeper. And you can see we not only have the pillars, but how they're connected to our calls to action and ways for you to get engaged. So the first one, again, nourish, connect with customers to share the opportunity to feed communities in the US, Canada, and around the world through a buy one, feed many campaign. More about this campaign will be shared in the upcoming OpsCom. So be sure that you're paying attention to that, but let's get ready to encourage customers to purchase some grilled cheese. So by purchasing grilled cheese, there will be food donations that are happening around the world based off of, and this is an all US company operated and LS and Canada company operated stores as well. For Connect, we have all been learning about the relaunch of Coffee with Community since LE25, and now we know it's a Starbucks standard. So, and we are going to encourage you to host or join an event in your coffee house or community. This is such a great way to invite one of the 5 approved organizations. Again, we heard about First Responder Day. We'll hear a little bit more about that coming up, but we have, law enforcement and first responders. For Coffee with Community, we have neighborhood grantees. We have our food share organizations. We have National Night Out, just in a few of the approved categories, and military and veterans, of course. Our third pillar will be take action. So volunteer or donate with an organization in your community. Consider your local neighborhood grantee or food bank organization. And of course, with action comes incentives. So we always have some great incentives during our Spark activations. For Season of Cheer, we'll have for the first time a double volunteer match when you track your volunteer time with an organization who has received a neighborhood grant. And that's since the start of the program. So any organization that has received a neighborhood grant since 2019 is eligible for the double match. And all you have to do is make sure that you track your time on the Community Champion portal. That could be directly with an event that you are creating or even external time tracked. Our other incentive is, again, for a double match for all financial donations made directly on the Community Champion portal on Giving Tuesday, December 2nd. So this is the year over year that we've always done. So if you have the ability to make financial donations, again, the minimum is a $5 donation, and it will be double matched. And the great thing about all of our incentives is the incentive amount that it doesn't draw down from your annual budget. So you all know that you have a $1,000 annual budget for your giving match, and all of our incentives are in addition. So if you use your $1,000, but you engage in one of the incentives, that's also going to increase your ability and your giving match potential. And let me go to the next slide. Of course, we have some great resources to support you during Season of Cheer. As always, we have created a suite of resources to support you. So first, we have the back of house poster. You'll find the back of house poster in your holiday mail pack. So please make sure that you pull that out of the mail pack. You post it for partners to see. It has the calls to action, and it also has the incentives on there. Just a great reminder for partners of what we do in our communities and how they can get engaged when they have the capacity in ways meaningful to them. The other resources you'll find on the Community Champion portal featured article and the Season of Cheer Partner Hub page. And one of my peers is going to drop those links in the chat for you so that you can access those really easily. And a reminder, please share your activities with us on the new Community Viva Engage pages. So there's one for the US, there's one for Canada, but we always encourage our Canadian partners to also share on the US page as well. They're more than welcome to join either page. So keep the inspiration going by sharing your activities with us on those pages. All right. And just in time for Season of Cheer, as you heard Kelly talk a little bit more about, this came out in the brew last week. We're launching our new community champion tea. This is really, really exciting. The new community champion tea is black, dress code approved, for partners to wear in their coffee house and also while they're out doing community work. That doesn't mean you can't still wear your green tea. We are more than encouraging partners to wear their green tea still if they would like to. But this is something if you're hosting a coffee with community event or you're doing something within your store, this is the new dress code approved tee. So you can see it has the refreshed design. It has the community champion logo on the front. It has the Starbucks siren also on the front. So when a partner is wearing their apron, basically the siren is in the same place. Apron on, apron off, you can still see the siren really representing Starbucks in the community in our coffee houses. These t-shirts are available to order on Coffee Gear for ASM Plus. So if you have community or even within your store and you'd like to order for them, that is for our coffee house leaders and our ASMs to order, and all our support partners as well. We also have more sustainable materials, 100% cotton, and we have some really new ways to also engage our partners as the t-shirts get delivered. On the bags, you'll find QR codes. There'll be a hang tag. So we can really encourage our hourly partners to sign up on the Community Champion portal and engage further as community champions. And then we have a poll. We have a poll that we want to share. I think one of my teammates is going to drop a poll in the chat here. So we'd really love to hear how you're supporting your community through coffee and food donations. It's one of the big things that we've heard from our partners. How do I donate? What can I donate? What's the right amount to donate? So your insights are really going to help us celebrate impact and improve how we support you. So here's the questions right here. They're going to drop the poll in the chat, and you guys can continue to share your insights with us. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to my peer, Rory, to talk a little bit about military veterans and first responders.
All right. Thank you, Anthony. And thank you, Community Champions team. I'm sporting my new community t-shirt today, and partners, you are going to love it. It is so comfortable and amazing. So thank you, Anthony, for that. And partners, so good to see so many of you today. My name is Rory Dugan. I'm over a 20-year partner. I started in retail, and I haven't been on this call in a while. So I'm fortunate to be able to support our social impact stores and now also our military, veteran, and first responder community work. And there has been so much good happening in our coffee houses in support of our military, veteran, and first responder communities. And I want to just take a moment to thank you so much for those of you that have been participating, and make sure you all know that there are many more opportunities coming over the next few months to engage and show your support. So I wanted to start by celebrating a few activations that have gone by, and then look ahead to a few more to come. So first, the month of September saw over 100 coffee houses participate in Battalion Buddies with Operation Gratitude. So this is where our partners and customers were able to stuff bears to provide comfort to the children of deployed service members. Many of you posted on the Community Viva Engage page, so thank you for that, for sharing the joy. And remember, if you did host an event, remember to capture that on the Community Champion portal. Might sound like a little bit of a broken record here today, but let's capture all of this good that we're doing for our veteran, military, and first responder communities on the portal, so we can just see the scale of good.
So Cody, Kelly has yet to return my phone call.
In addition, at the end of September, we also hosted over 80 Blue Star family groups for Welcome Week events, helping to connect military families who have recently moved, either due to their family member entering the military service or transferring to a new duty station or transitioning out of the military. So the Blue Star Family Welcome Week events welcome these folks to their new communities and really offer the families a sense of belonging. So thank you again to our coffee house leaders that have engaged their partners, their customers, and their coffee houses in service to those who serve through these activities. And this week, we have a few more things that are starting up. So this week is the VA's Buddy Check Week, which runs today through October 24th. And through our partnership with the Face the Fight Coalition, we've been able to provide 15,000 Starbucks cards to buddies who've taken the pledge to check in on 10 veteran buddies this week. In support of enhancing peer-to-peer connections, improving mental health, and increasing awareness to veteran serving resources. So I just want to say a special thanks to Sam Verzosa and Susie Sanderson, coffee house leader and district manager from the Greater Atlanta market, for helping to spread the word at this year's Military Influencers Conference in Atlanta. We also have coming up, as Kelly mentioned at the start of the call, October 28th is National First Responders Day. We know our first responders are out there doing incredible work, supporting our community day in and day out. And this creates a really great opportunity to work with your first responders, to host Coffee with Community, as Anthony had mentioned as well. And on the 28th itself, we're encouraging coffee house leaders to bring travelers to their police and fire stations as a way to say thank you. So you have a couple different ways to think about how you could support this community on First Responders Day. But however you do, please log what you do on our Community Champion portal so we continue to watch your impact grow. And then last but not least, Veterans Day is soon approaching. And once again, we will be offering a free tall, hot or iced coffee to our military veteran and military spouses. So that will be available in all of our stores, as we have done for years. I know the addition of iced coffee and military spouses has really made this unique and special, and very much appreciated in the military community. We've also donated to both the USO and Wounded Warrior Project in support of the amazing work that they do for our military veteran communities. And we'll actually be doing something a little bit new this year and hosting a signature event to celebrate these two organizations in one of our coffee houses in the San Antonio, Texas market. So a big thank you to all of the partners in San Antonio, the military family store community there that are coming together to help really honor our veterans and honor these amazing organizations that do so much great work in this community. So with that, I will pass it back to you, Anthony. Thank you.
Anthony, you're on mute, but you want me to just jump in? Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Janie Grew. My pronouns are she, her, elle, and I get to support all things community for Canada. Just wanted to break down all the great things that will be happening from a Canada side perspective. I just lost the slide. Anthony moved it. But what you'll see up there is that we have 4 areas of priority over the next quarter. Our first one always starts with Remembrance Day. So similar to Veterans Day in the US, we have Remembrance Day here on 11/11. And prior to Remembrance Day, it's a national effort to raise funds for military family members and veterans through the Royal Canadian Legion Poppy campaign. So this is something that our stores actually collect donations through the POS from the last Friday of October to November 11th. And so that will be from 10:31, so Halloween this year, to 11/11. What's super exciting though is that we're actually going to have in-store signage for the POS donation button this year. We've never had that. We've solely relied on the Poppy boxes, but we actually have Starbucks signage to be able to promote this campaign, which is super exciting. So that is new for our Canada market this year. And all of donations actually go straight to local legions. So what happens is I pull the reporting, we work with the Legion, and then the Legion, based off the store location, will direct the funds collected to the Legion that's closest to that store. So there's no additional work needed. We do it all on the back end. Last year, we raised over $124,000, which was super exciting just through this few-day campaign. And it was a 16% increase year over year. And that doesn't include our annual $10,000 sponsorship. So every year from a corporate perspective, we donate $10,000 to the Royal Canadian Legion. So looking forward to a really great event this year. And then just another thing is that every year, a lot of partners, if you've been here a long time, know that we do offer a Remembrance Day and also Veterans Day coffee offer. And that happens on 11/11. And so any military veteran or family member spouse can come into our stores and get a free hot or iced coffee on 11/11, which is super exciting. Then for Season of Cheer, so Anthony already, kind of gave an update, and, we really look at the way that we support community from a North American retail lens. So not too much is changing there. I do like to call out though that, there's some hidden gems on Partner Hub that, partners might forget. So, we have coloring sheets. There's also like, kind, little kind message stickers that you can use for holidays. So just make sure that, you go to the Season of Cheer Partner Hub page once it goes live to be able to get everything that you need to have a successful Season of Cheer. And Anthony already said, really exciting that this year we're going to be doing a neighborhood grant double match. So any volunteer hours tracked for a neighborhood grant recipient will earn a double match. So make sure you prioritize that. I think that's really great. One big thing in Canada that we like to prioritize, because right after Season of Cheer, we jump into, that's why I'm wearing my hoodie, coldest night of the year. And we really like to kick it off right before Giving Tuesday. So Giving Tuesday is a great way to be able to double your impact and give to a charity that really means, something to you. And so on December 1st, coldest night of the year kicks off for Canada. And one thing that we're going to be doing differently this year is that we're taking our Season of Cheer partner incentive and we're going to be tying it to coldest night of the year to really drive engagement. And coldest night of the year is an activation that is held throughout all of Canada as well as the northeast parts of the states. And it focuses on hunger, homelessness, and hurt. So it ties up into our overall community strategy. But for the first 200 partners in Canada to create a coldest night of the year team event or donate to their charity or sign up to volunteer will be eligible for a coffee gear gift card. So that's something new that we're going to be trying out this year. And then food share continues to be a huge priority for us moving into FY26. A couple things that you're going to find in your mail pack. So this is in the US and in Canada. There's going to be updated pastry case clings as well as your community board poster. So just wanted to flag that for you. And then also this is a great time of year that if you want to host a coffee with community event with your food share, agency or partner, that's a great way to be able to engage. And then an exciting thing for Canada, this is the first time this has ever happened for us. The US has done great work in this space already, but this month, actually next week, we're going live from a media lens, is that we are launching our Starbucks Food Share Capacity Grants. We were able to award 87 agencies across Canada with over $500,000 to be able to really support and drive our food share program, which is super exciting. And then one little thing, update for the holiday campaign that Anthony was talking about, is going to be focused on the grilled cheese. We know our customers and, kids and youth love grilled cheese, but more information about the holiday campaign, like Anthony shared, will be in upcoming messaging. And next slide. Okay, perfect. And then just there's a little nuances in Canada, right? We are a bilingual market. So we always have to make sure that we prioritize our French and English communities. So as we know, the t-shirt is launched, which is super exciting. But what's great is that we, for the first time, will have a bilingual community t-shirt. So it looks a little bit different because we had a lot of words that we had to fit in on our T. But you can see the image there. It also launched last week. Because our market's a little bit smaller, we have a different process that we have to follow. So any partner is able to order a tee, but it is based on taking an action on our community champion portal. So either signing up to register, creating a community champion event, donating to your favorite charity, some sort of action, some sort of engagement on the portal, and then I will send those partners an email with a code to order, and each partner can order a shirt once a year. This just really allows that partners that are engaging in the community get their t-shirts first. So just wanted to flag that out. I think, Anthony, over to you, or Jen.
Thanks, Janie. I could pick us up here. Hi, partners. Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Jen Leff, she, her pronouns, almost 5-year partner and based in Seattle, Washington. And we, quite frankly, hear from so many of you to hear about what is the collective Starbucks global impact and why does it matter. So today I am sharing an update on the Starbucks Foundation's giving in 2025. So similar to how you all are nominating local nonprofit organizations in your community through our neighborhood grants program, the foundation actually has a very similar program beyond North America, where we invite global licensee partners to nominate local nonprofit organizations to receive meaningful, hyperlocal, or regional impact grants. These global community impact grants are actually designed to drive local relevant community impact around the world, accelerating our social impact aspiration to deliver community impact and build local community connections. And right here on the screen, you have 3 beautiful examples of our markets. First, Turkey, and they're in their coffee house with the nonprofit TOG, who is focused on empowering youth. The second one is also supporting youth in Indonesia. They're having a coffee with community event where they shared a recent award to Prestasi Junior, which is junior achievement. And then the last one is in the Dominican Republic, working with Plan Sierra. And if we could go to the next slide. And today I am really excited to share that in 2025, we were able to award over 100 grants across 50 markets in key priority cause areas nominated from our partners, such as hunger relief, youth workforce development, and social services. And to date, the foundation, alongside our licensee business partners, have invested over $14 million across 62 markets through more than 350 grants. And then beyond the grants, I like to say that the ripple effect is strong. 100% of our markets indicated that they will engage local partners as volunteers and or provide in-kind donations. We were just talking about travelers. So partners globally are doing travelers, or doing pastries for grant-funded projects. So with this, we're really just hoping that this Inform will allow you to hear about some of the work that your fellow partners are doing across the world. And we hope that it continues to inspire you to engage in your own local coffee house. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Nyla to speak a little bit about neighborhood grants and the impact that you're making in North America. Thanks so much, partners.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jen. And hi, everybody. I will bring it back on home right over here to the States. Hello, my name is Nyla. I am a 4-year partner. I use any pronouns, and I'm currently an SCAP fellow here on the Starbucks Foundation team. And today I'm here to talk to all of you about the Global Community Impact Grants Sibling Program, Neighborhood Grants, and about the impact you've all made to uplift your communities beyond the $5 million in grants awarded to your nonprofits of choice. So we just finished our 6th year of neighborhood grants. Can I get a couple of claps in the chat? Because that's kind of wild. 6 years. Neighborhood Grants is a program, thank you, a program which empowers partners to make a difference through not just grant awards, but through coffee house celebrations with those grantees you all have chosen. And Neighborhood Grants is important because they have a ripple effect through promoting meaningful partner engagement and strengthening relationships at the local level. And neighborhood grant celebrations encourage partners to create moments of connection with awarded organizations, especially by welcoming nonprofits into your coffee houses and fostering partnerships through coffee tastings, or that you all are facilitating through your donated travelers, or by ones you're facilitating in-house. This year, we've heard from over 760 partners with plans to celebrate the grant, your awarded grants with neighborhood grantees across US and Canada. With over 200 of these celebrations, which were highlighted with more than 470 social media posts with grantees and partners alike, aimed at sharing the news about neighborhood grants. And these numbers are still growing. So we still have share outs coming out from when they were announced back in, I want to say June 16th of midsummer. So if you guys haven't shared out about your celebrations, please make sure you are sharing those. So far, we've seen over 350 grantees shouting out their local Starbucks partners in social media posts, sharing about their community partnership with Starbucks and why their neighborhood grant matters, highlighting the role our coffee houses play in supporting meaningful impact in our local communities. And then as we move over to this next slide, we just want you all to remember, if I could Thank you so much. We just want you all to remember that this is all thanks to Green Apron partners just like you. And only you guys can foster this kind of impact and change by being community champions. So through your nominations and volunteer time as community champions, you've created real change and impact. We want to highlight just a few of many partners who've made a difference in their communities and how you can have an event of your own. So our first story comes out of Downey, California, where Brendan and his team from District 353 hosted Gangs Out of Downey and Women and Children's Crisis Shelter, which are organizations focused on helping individuals out of violent situations. So they chose to engage their local community and grantees through a Coffee with Community event, and they decided to facilitate this actually in their parking lot. So if you actually look at that photograph, they set up like canopies and tents where they then donated travelers and Cambros coffee as well as coffee house treats, which then set up the opportunity for dialogue between the organizations and local partners, thus establishing themselves as a safe space for all. Next, we have Emily from District 381, right over there in the middle, who nominated the Tim Hayden Life for Christ Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to uplifting youth in Barstow, California. Emily herself was impacted by the organization at just 8 years old, and she recounted her story to us saying, "Tim taught me to always give, never take, and do everything with a grateful heart." Emily chose to celebrate her grantee through a Coffee with Community celebration, where she then surprised and presented the award to her grantees, showing the importance of fostering deep connections and trust within our communities. So a really great way to bring in your grantees is just to surprise them with not showing them that you've nominated and granted them that grant, but then bringing out those paddles, bringing out those certificates, and just showing them that they're important to you. And then finally, right over there on the right side, we have Maria McKenna from District 2036, who awarded Hillcrest Hope, a housing service in Kansas City, Missouri. They were able to make a difference somewhere that meant something so deeply personal to them. As McKenna, that barista right over there in the middle, had actually recently graduated from Hillcrest Hope, and she was able to show her gratitude to the organization by surprising them with a $2,000 neighborhood grant. So they decided to actually go to the organization and into the community and visit their grantee, surprising them. It's kind of cropped out in there, but they actually surprised them with balloons as well as the certificate, really displaying how important not only this grant was, but the grantee was to them, as well as how important the grantee was to McKenna themselves. These three stories really show us what it means to be a partner, a community champion, and what it means to inspire the human spirit within your community. They're just a few among the hundreds of stories that we've received so far. And just remember, you guys, that your story could be next. So if you haven't celebrated your grantee, please invite your grantee or your grant recipient into your coffee house for Coffee with Community and celebrate them. Make sure that you share your story with the hashtags, hashtag the Starbucks Foundation and hashtag neighborhood grants. And please make sure that you guys keep an eye out for neighborhood grants round 12 coming next year, okay? Thank you all so much.
Hello, partners. Yatahe, Hilly. My name is Raydon Palacio, and I'm a 19-year partner.
It's 11. It's 11? It should be 11. Okay, listen to Zara. Yeah, it's 11.
Ray, I think you're on mute. Okay, there you go.
Hi, everyone. Sorry. Hilly, Yatahe. My name is Raydon Palacio. I'm a 19-year partner, and I am also the Director of Programming for the National Board of Indigenous Partner Network. Thank you for celebrating November coming up for Native American Heritage Month. We want you to join us. We have a theme from Earth to Cup, and this is where we're going to take you on a journey. Also, join our Viva Engage page because we'll be doing video drops all November on what it means to be Indigenous. Our kickoff date will be a hybrid event at the SSC and virtual for you guys November 5th. So please tune in at 11 a.m. And then following our series, we have To Ancient Hands. And then from there, we go to Coffee Cups and Connections. And each one of these series will be giving out swag for the first 20 callers on the call, either shirts or tumblers. And so this is just a way for you guys to join and educate yourselves and embrace the Indigenous Partner Network. And so we look forward to seeing all of you guys on there.
Thanks so much, Ray. Really looking forward to Indigenous Partner Network Heritage Month and getting engaged and learning more. And with that, we're going to pass it over to some of our partner spotlights. This is my favorite part of our coffee chat, where we're going to hear from partners across the U.S. and Canada and how they engage and what being a community champion means to them. So we're going to first start off with Jamar.
Good afternoon, partners. I had a very hard time getting off of mute, but now we're in the game. So thank you for letting me be a part of this call. I'm very, very happy to be a part of it. But a little bit about me. My name is Jamar. I'm from the Midlands area of South Carolina, but I'm now residing in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, which is close to a city that a lot of people love, Charleston. The one thing what I love about doing community service events is not only does it give me a chance to connect with the community, it also gives a chance for us as a team to come together as the 160 team under Mr. Johnny Davis' leadership. So gives us a little bit of time out the store so we can really bond and spend some time together while we're impacting the community as well. We have engaged in a lot of different things in this area. We've done events with the NAACP of the Goose Creek chapter here in Goose Creek, South Carolina. And they are actually honoring myself and Mr. Johnny Davis for being community champions and the support that we're giving them. Johnny and I will get honored with that on November 1st, that we're very excited about. We've done a couple of different installations of Coffee with a Cop. I don't know if anyone likes the live PD series like I like it, but we were fortunate enough to have one of our very own live PD officers there, so we were able to talk to him and how life is on the road, and also partnership with the community and things of that magnitude. We also have been getting into the elementary school days, like after they have major testing days, we go in there and do what we call refresher days, where we go in there and we give them refreshers, and we just thank them for being the future for us and everything what they're going to go do with us. The picture to the top left is something that we did with Low Country Orphan Relief. It's a they outfit kids from ages newborn to 18 years old with clothes and things like that for them to help get them through school and things of that magnitude, which is a very, very great partnership as well. And we also work with the YWCA Women's Empowerment. We just now did a luncheon with them. Look like I missed out that picture on there as well. But just love the community. Another way to get out and meet people, and more than anything else, making us the community coffee house. Because when we go out there to the community, guess what? The community is going to come back to us, is going to come and support us as well. Community was one of the big reasons what had me leave my previous employer and come to Starbucks. When I was on the phone with my recruiter, I told her how much I was already investing in the community, and she told me that's what Starbucks was about, and that was really the deciding factor. So I've got to meet a lot of people, got to meet some great connections, and got to grow a lot in my role by keeping community at the forefront and trying to help make it the coffee houses that I'm affiliated with become community coffee houses. Thank you.
I love that so much, Jamar. Thank you. And we are going to pass it on to Jessica.
Good afternoon. Well, good morning for my time, partners. My name is Jessica Jacobson, she, her pronouns. I am currently a coffee house leader in the Burien, Washington market, so close to our Seattle headquarters. Fun times. I'm a 9-year partner, started as a barista, worked my way up. I'll be celebrating 10 years in September, so woohoo. Our district specifically partnered heavily with Tukwila Food Pantry. It is an organization that is near and dear in my heart. Started going there as a youth when some stuff in life was struggling, and then I got the opportunity to work for Starbucks and discover everything else that we have with our community aspects. It's very inspiring that this company does give back to the communities that we serve, and it's fun to just connect with the community that your coffee house is in. I've been around a few stores. I will say the current store I'm in, we are partnered with our school district, Highline School District. So we do a lot of give backs and travelers donations for fun events that they have going on within the community. We also have our parents, I don't never remember the actual name, but the parents come in and do their little connects and what have you, and enjoy a cup of coffee at our community table. Done a lot of work with the Boys and Girls Foundation, heavily on the Tukwila Food Pantry, and then we also did a cleanup at Gasworks Park, and that was partnered with our Army veterans, an organization that was close by, and it was just fun. And giving back to the community has always been a passion of mine, considering I was a struggling youth at one point, and knowing now that I work for a company that gives back, it's near and dear to my heart. Neighborhood grants, amazing. I encourage everyone in my team to do it. We definitely do it as a district team, and now we're working on getting our in-store partners. Just the awareness. That's something too with neighborhood grants and just a community champion is some of our partners that I realized don't really actually see that bigger picture within our company. And then creating that awareness and seeing a little spark in their eyes is something that's near and dear for me too, and gets me excited. So it's a little bit about me, and yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Anthony.
Thanks so much, Jessica. It was also great to have the opportunity to meet you at LA25 and celebrate some of your contributions at our community experience. And I'm going to pass it on to Kayla.
Hi, good morning. Just a little bit about me. My name is Kayla. I'm a 5-year partner, newly coffee house leader, and I'm in the Utah location currently. I'm also an ASU student for sustainability. So a lot of my community champion is doing sustainability work and environmental work as well. I love to get my team and my district out, and we recently just planted some plants in the Jordan River, and we also did a Jordan River cleanup. It's just something that's local in our community, so we do a lot of different things with them. We've also done feeding Salt Lake as well, mostly in the winter time because we can't really go outside during the winter. And then one of my favorite things to kind of get more people to sign up for these community projects, because it is a little difficult at times. I usually create like an infographic or a flyer so managers can post in the back of house. I do it very colorful, very informational, just to kind of catch people's eyes and really show them what they're getting into. And it's one of the ways that I'm able to get people to do this. And then something that I have seen a lot of people do is coffee with a cop. I have a group of firefighters that come into my store pretty often, and I would love to do a coffee with a firefighter in the next coming months. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kayla. What I really love about what you share is that one thing that's so great about the Community Champion program is that there's lots of different entry points for what's meaningful to different people. So that could be sustainability. It could be, your local food bank. It could be homelessness, whatever there is, there's always a place for you to give back. And the Community Champion team is here to maximize your impact. So thank you.
First, I say thank you so much for having me on this call. Being in company with all these incredible community champions is super inspiring, and I just love all the incredible work that you guys are doing. So I'm a 10-year partner. I'm a current coffee house leader. I've been a coffee house leader for the past 5 years. I started my career journey as a barista, and I'm currently working on my development towards becoming a district manager in the greater Houston area. Something that's really important to me is making sure that we take advantage of the Starbucks Foundation grants. I make sure that I work shoulder to shoulder with my partners to think about some organizations that they want to nominate. And the great thing about being in a small town is that a lot of the organizations in our my partners' families have actually taken advantage of, whether it comes to food insecurity or, pregnancy help or, anything like sustainability wise. So we have 3 organizations in our small town that have been the recipient of the foundation grants. 2 of them have been the recipient twice, which is incredible. Anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. And so, I tell my partners, you guys have that power to be able to put money back into the community, which is so incredible. I'm really proud to say that I've led over 18 community outreach events from my store over the past 5 years. Some of those things are Coffee with a Cop. I'm actually hosting another Coffee with a Cop tomorrow. For different, this past month was Hispanic Heritage Month. So we did a Loteria and Lattes event to bring the community into the coffee house and just have some fun and, bring awareness to other cultures. Clothing drives for the Katie Pride organization has a closet for LGBTQ youth. And I'm also heavily involved with Girl Scouts of San Jacinto, where I've been a volunteer for 10 years. I definitely use my Benevity volunteer matching benefit for that, which is amazing. And just a little bit about me. I've been with my husband, Lucas, for 15 years, and together we have 2 daughters. Addison is 13. Penelope will be 12 next month, and we have 2 black cats named Ash and Minnie Cat. And I'll just run through these photos really quickly. So starting top left, we have our Coffee with a Cop event that we had a couple years ago. The one in the middle top, we had, you guys may have heard a couple years ago, we had like a big Texas freeze and nobody had power in Texas for like 5 days. So brought the first responders some food and things like that. Over here on the right, we made some milk donations to the Sealy Pregnancy Resource Center. This helps moms with food insecurity, oftentimes single mothers who just can't get access to the things that they need. Down here on the bottom right, this is one of my baristas and we were volunteering at the Houston Food Bank. Middle bottom, this is when I met Tony Bruner at LE over the summer, which was super fun. Been friends with her on Workplace for years, so it was great to meet her in person. Bottom left, this is me and my daughter at Girl Scout camp where I volunteered this summer. And then that middle long picture is the celebration that we had just a couple months ago with the Bluebonnet Master Gardeners, the Sealy Pregnancy Resource Center, and the Sealy Food Pantry for their most recent Starbucks Foundation grant. So thank you guys for letting me share. I appreciate it.
Jordan, thank you so much for all you do. And I think when I invited you to this, I was like, I feel like I know you because of Workplace, and hopefully we continue to see you on Viva Engage. But it's a very special feeling to see community champions and then get to meet them in person. So I'm sure that was a special moment when you got to meet Tony as well. And from there, I'm going to pass it on to Ami, because I will not say her name correctly otherwise. Ami, did you get the chance to join today? All right, it looks like Ami maybe did not have the opportunity to join today, which is completely understandable. Coffee houses are a busy time right now. We're going to pass it over to our Canadian partner, Rob.
Hello, partners. Always a surprise to be next in line. And speaking of busy coffee houses, I've got a busy coffee house today. In fact, I'm being supported by my community in my district here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 other coffee house leaders supporting me in my cafe, helping me restaff our stores so that I can continue to do some community work that I love doing. And they are staffing this place with the perfect partners to spread the spirit around. But thank you for having me. I'm from Southern Ontario in a town called Grimsby. A 7-year partner, my 3rd as a coffee house leader here. And my wife Julie and I live in Hamilton, Ontario with our daughter Adeline, 7, and son Sasha, 4. And I'm forever grateful to past Rob for giving himself notes on the slide for today. So what I wanted to talk about was sharing what you know and helping others to grow. For me, this is the key part about giving information in community championship to our partners is take those little tiny things that we know and give it to them, whether it's knowledge about our benefits to help our partners as a community. My wife and I did in vitro fertilization. We were able to make use of these fantastic benefits that we have there. So it's my goal to make sure that all partners are knowledgeable about the benefits that we have for them and the benefits that we have for our community as well. So a few things we've done in the Grimsby area. We've supported the Terry Fox Foundation for the first time this year. For me, it was a thing we did from childhood, raising money for cancer research. And we were fortunate enough to have a small team of runners that managed to raise an enormous amount of money. And through our Benevity and the community portal, we were able to improve that contribution that we were able to give. Very similarly, along with that is our Coldest Night of the Year walk that we mentioned earlier on. And the important thing about that is that we know that we can go and we can get matching done and we can have double matches. We've got to watch for those opportunities. And what I like to do is lean on my coffee house leaders in our district. And we challenge each other. We go, hey, I will go against you head to head in this fundraising, and we make it a game between each other. The more fun you can have raising money or awareness for a cause, the better. So we're constantly on Viva Engage or in our text chats, and we're going, hey, I got $10 more than you, and I'm going to beat you in matching. Don't you worry. And volunteer hours. We're always trying to make sure we're recording those as well. So Viva Engage, I know it's new, it's cool, it's different than what we're used to, but get on it, get using it, encourage partners to use it. It is a fantastic tool for reaching out, for recognizing each other as well. Also, it gives us the opportunity, if you're paying attention to it, you see the spark notices in membership opportunities for community championship. You see the opportunity to give back to another community. If we're getting our partners involved or telling stories on Viva Engage, there's opportunities to give back to our communities as well in that. In fact, for the Indigenous Partner Network, we just did, I shared a story, and then I was given the opportunity to give back charity dollars from our Benevity funds to support a local Hamilton group for the Indigenous. So the more we dig into it, the more we poke around, the more opportunities there are. So I encourage you all to be curious, poke around, lean on your peers as much as you possibly can, lean on the partner networks. There's so many opportunities, and do what you can to get everybody on Benevity. You're like, oh, our district's going to get swag, whatever you can do. And just encourage people to get in there. That's the only thing I can think is use Starbucks as your family. Pit your family against each other when you're fundraising. It's the way to go. There's pictures of me and my family at events there. There's a better looking photo of myself in the red apron rather than my crazy hair. If you're looking at the thumbnail video of me, don't do that. And just be passionate about community. That's all I'm asking you, and make your district your community as well. Get involved. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rob. Some really great messages in there. Always remember that we are in this together. We're here for each other. We're here to support. And that is all we have to present today. We do have a little bit of time, a few minutes left over. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to jump on and feeling inspired to share? We have a few minutes, so if you'd love to jump on and share, we encourage you to put your hand up and maybe share what inspires you or any upcoming events that you want to share with others. Kate.
Hi, it's me again. So we're doing the third year of Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women season of cheer event, bringing together the community to show them that we love them and we are here and we care about them. In the community that we're in, we're surrounded by 3 reservations for those of you that haven't heard about this before. And my mission and my goal that has been into my heart is bringing hope and trust between communities. And so that's what we're doing, and consistency is the key. and showing up every year is the key. And that's how we build a community stronger and stronger every year. So we're continuing that. And I'm so excited. I'm going to be, I've been really bad because I've been so busy with home life and here that I haven't been posting on Viva, but I will get everything that we've been working on for the last 3 months and get it out there and shared, because it is important to be inspired by each other. So thank you for reminding me of that in this call. I will get some pictures up, I'll get dates up, and hopefully we can keep working together year after year and have these events to show people that are missing their family members that they're not alone and they're not suffering alone.
Thanks so much, Kate. Always love to hear from you and so inspired by the work that you're doing. I saw another hand up. I don't want to say your name wrong. Carissa? Carissa. Okay.
Hi, so I'm a new coffee house leader and I'm opening a brand new store. It just opened last Tuesday. So with my new store, we're a drive-through only and a pickup window, which is going to bring some challenges when we're wanting to do like coffee with cops and, you know, different community events that I would normally in the past have done in store. So basically I come to you to be inspired and have a question. I have ideas like setting up booths in my parking lot because luckily my parking lot is relatively large. But does anyone have any ideas or creative ways that they, you know, support their community within store and bringing in their partners? That they can share?
Does anybody want to jump in there and share? All right, Beth.
I'll share. I also have well, not a pickup window. I have a cafe, but there's no seating because I'm a travel store. But I have a patio, so I use my patio. But I guess if you're talking about if you have an area that you can truly block off of your parking lot and connect with your landlord prior, then you can set up like on can't think of the words, little canopies, and you can do that to be able to still do it. So I do mine on my patio and we put up a canopy because that's all I have, but it works.
No, that's great. That's great, Beth. And I would just share, we always recommend, you know, work with your DM, work with your leader, see what works best for you. Maybe you do it at a neighboring store, like someplace really close, and invite, you know, your partners to come and join there. Maybe post something that your customers can join there as well. Kendra.
So for something like that, a couple of events, I've actually partnered with like my local library because they have a community room. And so we like put up like it's a community event and we're having coffee with the cops at Starbucks. We come in and we have like our table, green like tablecloths, things like that. And so we basically just bring Starbucks to the library in the community room and do events like that. And then it also, I felt like like those kinds of things also turn out really well because then it's also the people who are like there at the library and they're like, oh, what's this? And then they come and get involved. And so it's like a win-win. You could also see if there's any like events that the libraries like currently hosting. Like sometimes they do like teen nights or things like that. And you could like buddy it up on a night like that. So that activities inside the library and then like your coffee with the cop or coffee with the first responder is like in their like side community room.
Yeah, always creative ways. Love that, Kendra. Thank you so much. And I think with that, we are just about at 10:58. And I will just give a quick little reminder. Get engaged. Use your resources, Community Champion Portal, US and Canada, Partner Hub page, Starbucks standards for coffee with community events. Everything you need will be there. And if you need additional help, you can always reach out to the Community Champion team. We have a Community Champions at Starbucks.com inbox also that we check regularly for our internal partners that have questions or need support. So thank you all so very much. I hope you have a wonderful Indigenous Heritage Month and a wonderful season of cheer, and can't wait to see all of your activities on Viva Engage. Have a great rest of your Monday. Thank you.